All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to Apostle and Elders in New York, GMS. And salutation y'all around the world that's teaching truth, putting your lives on the line for it. And Shalom to you, cities, Aquatas learn for our videos. My name is Maya Ka'ala Bungad with Chicago branch of Great Millstone. I'd like to make a disclaimer that we are not black Hebrew Israelites. We are Israelites. The Israelites are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American speckled birds that scattered abroad. All right, we are not fitted with any black identity string groups. We are not fitted with any other Israelite groups. We are not fitted with any Islamic groups. All right, so right here, man, we have this individual, Simeon Moresu. All right, and this is a video Fope put up trying to debunk the 12 tribe sign. All right, and he's interviewing a so-called Puerto Rican. I don't know who his name is. All right, so this is an attempt trying to get at the 12 tribe chart breakdown. All right, and early in this video, he said that how could the so-called Seminole Indians be Israelites? All right, if they look different. All right, first of all, the original so-called Seminole Indians were dark-skinned people. All right, and you got the so-called Negroes. They dark-skinned people, man. All right, they damn look the same. It's just the hair difference, man. The hair texture. Then you got some that mixed in with Judah. They inherit that woolly hair from Judah, man. All right, because they claim, oh, they don't look alike, but this guy, he don't know his history, man. All right, he don't do his research, and that's what separates us from the rest of these people. Like these two guys, man, they didn't study, they don't do their research, they don't know scripture. All right, they go right here, so-called Seminole Indian tribe of Reuben. All right, they go in various shades of brown, man, from the darkest brown, medium brown, some light skin. All right, you can see right here. She's standing next to an Edomite woman. See how dark she is. All right. You can get right here. This is the picture I wanted. All right, there go the woman right there, Reubenite woman. All right, I'll go to the men right here. This is a good example of this picture I used in the other video. All right, so it go two Reubenite brothers. You put a hat in their head or shave their hair, they look like so-called Negroes, so-called African Americans, tribe of Judah. Right here is, I believe, it's their wives. All right, see how light brown they are. But these people these two bro, definitely dark, man. And they stand all. It was funny, all five was standing next to Esau, man. All right. So, hey, man, they go over here, another family, dark. All right, nice brown color. All right. So, hey, man, ain't no getting around it. All right, they go woman, her child. All right, right here, a couple. All right. Let's say right here, what, Seminole Indian and bride. All right, they look like two so-called Negroes, and all right. Talking about, I can't believe it. I look different. Our people, Jeremiah chapter 12 verse 9. Our people like a speckled bird. There goes some light skinned ones right there. All right. This guy's off his rocker, man. He's insane, man. He be locked up in the insane asylum in Salem back in the day, man. All that laughing. All right. I'll go right there. Two more brothers. All right. All right. It's some down there in Florida. They still look like today, man. Like their original selves, man. All right. These guys, they don't study, man. All right. And they've been blinded by, come on now. Oh, boy. All right. They've been blinded by Yahweh, man. All right.
I can't tell you who Esau is. Esau would have to be somebody closely related to black people, regardless of his skin complexion or whatever the case may be. Japheth, I think, would have to be the groups that went into Europe. The more further they went, the more stranger they were to Israel, because Israel never dealt with them. So when you read the thing of a
Wait a minute. What was Israel never dealt with Japheth. Oh boy. Oh boy. Like, come on. All right. But anyways, go back.
Stranger's gonna come with a strange tongue and put you into captivity. How would that be Esau? You knew who Esau was. People knew who Esau was.
This guy idiot, man. All right, number one, our ancestors that was in West Africa, they haven't seen Edomites over 1,000 years, man. All right, they aren't gonna know what the Edomite, Edomite would be, man. All right, and number one, the prophecy of our people getting their heritage was kicking in. All right, because some of our people, they wasn't always in the truth, man. They were dipping in Islam, they dipping with the philosophies of the Hamites surrounding them, man. All right, then when they came over here to America, man, they could completely lost it, man. All right, you know, it says right here, it said Jeremiah 17 verse 4, it said, and thou even thyself should discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee. I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire, my anger, which shall burn forever. Right? Some of my people, they forgot who they was, man. And our parents, their parents, their foreparents were so persecuted, man. They decided not to tell their children they Israel, man. That's a historical fact. So that's the reason why they know who Esau was, man. Man, Scoffers weak, man.
I'm sorry because some of these breakdowns, they're funny because I'm like, and that was the trippy part too, man. They said Esau is a nation that was our brother at the same time. You know what I'm saying?
The scripture said that. This guy's an idiot, man. You don't know scriptures, man. You go to Genesis 25, said what, two twins in a room? What are those brothers? Like, come on, man.
You even got judgment of Esau, so they knew Israelites had to know Esau.
It could be two babies look totally different, man. They was what, fraternal twins. All right, you go right here. You go. It said Genesis 25, two manner of people in thy womb. Read Genesis 25. All right, you get what? Nigerian. Let me get this right. Nigerian. Twins. Let's see what pop up. See one. Boom. There you go. All right. So each time, what? The one on the right will be Esau. The one on the left will be Jacob, man. All right. There you go, man. Esau and Jacob. All right. Esau and Jacob. That's what happened during H time. Esau and Jacob. He got less pigmentation. His skin and blood showing through. Getting that red color. Adawam. Red. Edom. All right. Jake still had pigmentation in his skin, man. All right. All right. Esau and Jacob, man. All right. That's what happened during time. All right. Two different brothers, man. All right.
You know what I'm saying? So Esau had to be a group that is known to black people pre captivity.
Right. The sister asked the question of where did you learn all this information from? She's curious. So, is there any resources that you have to share?
Well, what I ended up doing originally was starting to talk. I talked to different camps, different beliefs, and that's how I started getting into DNA thing. I was like, you know what? I can't find nothing doing ancestry. From my father's side, it just ends in Puerto Rico. That's it. There's nothing else. So I'm like, maybe the paperwork, it's too old for there to be paperwork. So I did a DNA test. So I just started studying up on that. Just research DNA. You can look that up on Google. You could Google that. There's so much information on that. But as far as like the white man not being Esau, I just started talking to other camps about that. And it made sense. I was like, why would they be Esau if you knew who Esau was all this time?
All right, I dealt with that. All right. Goofball, man. Stop, goofy.
Oh man. Whew. Hey man. uh, so, just to clarify, you said your father is from Puerto Rico.
My father's a Puerto Rican, not a Spaniard either. My father's a Puerto Rican.
Okay. You said your DNA comes from the Horn of Africa.
The Horn of Africa, Northeast Africa, Horn of Africa, whatever the proper geological term for it is.
And you also say that the vast majority of natives and Hispanics are not Israel.
No, I don't believe they are. Now, if we're going by what your father is, no. If we're going by what your father is, I don't believe they're Israelites. Because there ain't nobody on this earth is going to tell me Argentinians are Israelites, or the majority of Argentinians are Israelites. There's nobody on this earth that's going to tell me that.
Goofball, man. Goofy. All right. So he said the Horn of Africa, who's lived there. All the Jews of Eurasia. Tiffany Haddish people, sorry. Salah. It said the history of Jews in Eurasia stretches back many centuries. Eurasia once had a substantial Jewish community fueled by immigrants who arrived for economic reasons to escape persecution. The community thrived for several decades before the mass immigration began during the Eurasian War of Independence. All right. It said 1906, Asmara Synagogue was completed. In Asmara, the capital included a main sanctuary which can seat up to 200 people, classroom, small Jewish cemetery. It said 1930, the Jewish community was bolstered with many European Jews immigrated to Russia to escape Nazi persecution in Europe. All right, so let's see. I'm trying to make sure these the same people. You see, yep. So they got Tiffany Haddish people, right? And you said a Horn of Africa, right? So it might be Risha, or it could be let's see another place that says it could be what the Yerba people, right? Him and Tiffany Haddish could be cousins. I ain't know it. All right. Let me see. The Yerba and Somalia is Horn of Africa, all right? All right, so we got the Yeber, all right, Jewish boys. All right, and Yeber go back to our bar, all right, mean from the past Hebrew, all right. It says this place, all right. People know as Yeber. The Yeber are Somali people, but are related to the Beta Abraham Jewish people, northern Ethiopia. All right, it says. It said while they identify themselves as Jewish descendant, Jewish tribe, the Yeber live in middle of the Muslim-dominated region. The fat most live in slums that outskirt large Muslim cities. Because they live in an area otherwise entirely Muslim, the Yeber are isolated and denied many basic rights simply because they maintain a Jewish identity and refuse to convert to Islam. All right, so it's part of the curses, man. All right, you can read the rest of that yourself. All right. I believe Abraham might be a different group from Beta Israel. You know, I've read about Beta Abraham a while, but these people, those definitely are people, man. They some of the curses, man. All right. So this guy might be from there, or he could be descendant of the Moors. The Moors was all over that place, man. All right. Or he could be Gypsy. The Gypsy was all in that area, man. All that area, man. All right. Then what's another thing talking about the indigenous people of Argentina? Oh, the Argentinians, they can't be Israelites. You need to tell them those people. Blah, 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 blah. All right. So let's look up natives of, matter of fact, natives of Argentina. Natives of because most people think, because they don't study, Argentina, they don't know a darn thing. All right. It's funny. I popped this to put this up right here. All right. It said Argentina had 35 indigenous groups referred to Argentine Amerindians and Native Argentines. According to the complementary survey of the indigenous people 2004, Argentine government first attempt nearly 1 year to recognize and classify the population according to ethnicity. All right, that's why people think there's no more natives in Argentina, because they weren't written on the records. All right. It said in the survey based on self-identification, self-description, around 600,000 Argentines declared to be Amerindian or first generation descendant Amerindian. That is 1.49% of the population. The most popular indigenous groups were the Anakint, Kola, Quam. No, that's interesting. Sound like Quam, Wichi, Diaguta, Makovi, Harpit peoples, Mapuche, and Guarani. All right. It said 2010 census, 955,032 Argentines declared to be Amerindian or first generation descendants of Amerindians. That is 2.38% of the population. Many Argentines also identify having at least one indigenous ancestor. A genetic study conducted by the University of Buenos Aires in 2011 showed that more than 56% of the 320 Argentines sampled, one was shown to have at least one indigenous ancestor in one paternal lineage, and around 11% had indigenous ancestors in both paternal lineage. Man, come on. All right, you are to see your father. Numbers chapter 1 verse 1 and Numbers chapter 1 verse 18. Man, get out of here, man. All right, there go a picture right there. All right, Naphtali. All right, and another thing, I'll tell you, they had some that had that was very dark skinned. They had woolly hair, man. All right, Natalie. All right, and I'm gonna tell you that. Watch this, Mapuche. Let's see, Mapuche slavery. Oh, shut up. Let me see. Slavery of the Mapuche, Natalie. Say Mapuche was a common place in 17th century Chile, and a direct consequence of the Arauca War when the Spanish conquistadors initially subdued indigenous inhabitants of Chile. There was no slavery but a form of servitude called enocomitia. All right, we know about slavery anyway, damn way. All right, it says, however, this form of forced labor was harsh, and many Mapuche would end up dying in the Spanish gold mines in 16th century. It says formal slavery to indigenous people were prohibited by the formal slavery indigenous people was prohibited by the Spanish crown in 1598. 1604 Mapuche uprising that ended with the destruction of 7 cities made the king of Spain in 1608 declared slavery illegal for those Mapuche caught in the war. All right, so there you go, man. It says Spanish slavery played a major role in unleashing the Mapuche uprising 1655. All right, so skip down here. All right, let's see. It says much like the Spanish Mapuche. It says let me see right here. Much like the Spanish Mapuche, also had captured Spanish. Often women traded ownership among them. All right. It says I'm gonna go up here. It says analyze situation in 1560. The real Audiencia of Santiago opined that slavery of Mapuche was one of the reasons a constant state of war between Spanish and Mapuche. All right, going back to Jacob and Esau, man. They struggling in war, they hatred, man. All right, Esau angry at Jake because Jake got the blessings. All right. It said, much like the Spanish, I'm going to read this again, much like the Spanish Mapuche had also captured Spanish, often women trading their ownership among them. Indeed, with destruction in 7 cities, Mapuches are reported to have taken 500 Spanish women captive, holding them. So they popped them. It was not uncommon for a captive Spanish woman to have changed owners several times. All right, so they was passing back and forth, passing carrying back and forth, man. All right. So they do fit the the curses in Deuteronomy 28, especially slavery, man. And they still here today, man. They still here today. All right. Let's go here. What else this guy, man? So, all right, man. That DNA test, man, is faulty, man. You can see DNA. Yeah, DNA scam, African American. All right, there you go, right there, man. All right, so you see all the different videos, man. Where DNA's tough, man. DNA, far as just tell you what part of land your people at, man. No test gonna tell you are you an Israelite and this and that. Nobody got the DNA from Jacob. Nobody got the DNA from Abraham. Nobody got the DNA from the 12 patriarchs of Israel, man. All right. See, that's why but these guys, they was blinded to the truth, man. See, this guy said, "Oh, you seen?" They said he leaned to his own understanding and everything, man. All right, the heart is deceitful, man. It says right here, Jeremiah chapter 17, verse 9. It says, "The heart is deceitful above all things, definitely wicked. Who can know it?" All right, you go right here. Go to Proverbs. Go to 3 and 5. It says, trust in Yahweh with all thy heart, lean not to thy understanding. Thy own understanding, all right? And that's what these two guys doing, man. They lean to understanding, man. They don't want to be disciplined, man. All right? But, hey, the Most High blinded them. All right? He didn't want them. All right? Go right here. Matthew chapter 13, verse 10 and 11. We'll start down here. It said, and the disciples came and said unto him, why speakest thou unto him a parable? This your house, I talk. He answered and said unto him, because it is given unto you to know the mystery of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it is not given. All right, Matthew chapter 13, verse 12. For whosoever have to him shall be given, and he shall have more abundance, but whosoever have not given, from him shall be taken away even that he have. And that's what went up right here, man. That's what that so-called Puerto Rican guy. All right, that Jake. All right. Oh, I don't know, man. It was like that spirit of understanding been taken away from him, man. All right. The Lord, Yahweh didn't want him. All right. All right. Pretty soon, man, that guy on top, he ain't gonna be laughing, man. He gonna end up in a concentration camp, man. All right. All right, but this is really, brothers, you guys just pray the Most High have mercy on you, man, and study, man, because you don't want to end up like those two guys, man. All right. It says 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15, study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, right, divine the word of truth, right? You got to study to show yourself approved, which these two guys did, man. They didn't study. All right. It's obvious. All right. So, that's the end of it, man. Oh, let me get this scripture right here. Luke 21:15. All right. You could try anything, man. Vocab alone, Fope, all the rest you guys, man. You can't do nothing in the truth. Luke chapter 21:15. For I will give you a mouth wisdom which all your adversaries should not be able to gainsay nor resist. All right, you can't do nothing against the truth, man. The 12 tribe chart is correct. The so-called Latinos and Native Americans are Israelites that the Bible speaks of, and the so-called Negroes from the southern kingdom are their brethren, man. All right, and we're being reunited right now. All right, as we talk, Esau going down. Okay, and we're gonna be on top forever, man. Under authority Yahweh Shai. All right, the mic been dropped. Shalom.